Is this working? Yeah, I think this is working. Oh my god. So, I'm doing a quick kind of extra stream because the one yesterday didn't work, the audio didn't work. Since then, I think I've solved the problem. I've got a proper microphone. Hopefully, it sounds a bit better. And I'm going to try and run through what I was doing yesterday again in the hope that this time it kind of works. If anyone drops in to watch the stream, that'd be amazing, but I don't expect anyone to do that. I will just do my usual thing and just talk to myself like a lunatic. So there we go. I'm going to go into the private group session, I think. I don't need to, but this is the fleetcom server. I've put links to the Distant Worlds 3 website, and you can find a link from there to the fleetcom server. You do have to fill in a quick form, a Google form, but it's dead easy. And there you go. And once you do that, you're in a private group. Now, I don't really understand the private group thing, if I'm honest. I kind of thought you could meet other players in there, a bit like multiplayer, and I think you can. I just don't know how, because I've always played solo with Elite Dangerous. And you join me trying to get bromelite. I'm in the middle of trying to do a community goal. Will the community goal show up on transactions? I think it will. There we go. So Distant Worlds 3 Deep Space mission. Support the Distant Worlds 3 Deep Space infrastructure project by selling bromelite, power generators or thermal cooling units at Surveyor's Reach, commodity market in the Alray system. Target location, Surveyor's Reach, system Alray, and there you go. And I've done a bit. I've done a little bit. I haven't done that much, but I'm getting there. I think I've unlocked tier 2 possibly. So I've so far mined and contributed 1,453 units of bromelite. And you join me at Carebran. I can show you the system. If you're new to Elite Dangerous, then you've got these great maps. So this is where I am. This is the system. And if you hover over things, you can see what they are. So that's a fleet carrier. 16 fleet carriers. Quite a lot of fleet carriers here at the moment, and I think that's all because of this community goal, and also because of the Distant Worlds project, community mission, community expedition. That's the word I'm looking for. So this is the bromelite hotspot, and I'm in a mining ship. This is my Type 11, and I can show the outside of it. It's probably the easiest thing to do. So that's a Type 11. It is a bought ship. Oh my god. So purists that play Elite will probably moan that I've bought a ship, but I bought a few ships, to be honest, because I like them and I wanted them. And I also realised there's actually quite a huge bonus to buying a ship. So if you die in this ship, you can just redeploy it at no cost unless you make changes, and have made some changes. But the cost of redeployment and transportation for these pre-built ships is not anywhere near as much as it is for the other ships. So there. I think I mentioned last time though as well, I kind of don't mind supporting the Frontier development team, and they've got to get some money somehow. You know, I bought this game 9 years ago and I haven't really spent much on it since. So I kind of felt okay about it. I've been playing it for 9 years. Why not buy a few things just to do that? I'm going to try and see if I can deploy the cargo scoop, because watch what happens when you do that. Look at that! Look at that! It gets all slim and stuff. And that's so you can fit between asteroids while you're mining. It's quite an agile ship, to be fair. There's the cargo scoop down there. I'll show you in a bit with some limpet collectors going about. If you've done this before, obviously this is old news, isn't it? So to do a bit of mining, there's a few different ways of doing it. We can just drive up to a rock and start kind of having a look at it. So we'll do that first. That rock there, that looks like a fun rock. Let's go look at that one. I've kind of got names for the rocks now. I'll try and give you the names as we go. But rocks with like they're different shapes. So the it's procedurally generated. So I don't think there's that many shapes of rock. So I think once you learn the shapes of rock, you are kind of laughing a little bit because you know what's going to be in it before you start mining it. Haven't got a name for this rock, and what you can do is you can launch a prospector limpet. So you need to outfit your ship to have a limpet controller for prospectors, and it'll fly away from us. I can target it as it goes. It'll hit the rock, the asteroid, and tell us what's in it. So minerals remaining 100%, methanol, so nothing that I want. So I'm glad I didn't bother too much with that one. Let's have a look at this one. I'm after bromelite, so we can just fly around and see if we get some. There's another way of doing it, which I'll show you in a minute, which can be more fun. And I'm not gonna do this for like an hour. I'm gonna show you something else as well, maybe if I can get it to work. So I think last time I mentioned about the Metaelite project and Metalens, and I will try and show you that because I have got it working. So contacts, we've got some bromelite there, and it's a surface deposit. Now surface deposits are the easiest. All you got to do is target the surface deposit. I don't even know whether you have to target it, to be honest. I think you just shoot at stuff. Why is it not showing up? Oh, is it on a different rock? It's on the other rock. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? Doesn't matter, we can go and get that instead. So there was some bromelite on it. Not a lot, just a little bit of a surface deposit. And we can blast that. So literally just hit that, it'll fly off. There it goes. And all we've got to do then is launch a collector limpet, and it will go get it for us. There's not much there, so I'm just going to launch one collector and come back over to my other rock and see if there was some bromelite in that. Oh no, it was more in that one. How strange. I didn't think there was any in that. So again, gonna do this. Now, in a bought ship, the Type 11 Prospector does come with a mining volley repeater, and it is a bit OP, to be honest, for mining. It's fantastic. Like, literally doesn't run out of bullets, doesn't cost much to maintain, and seems to yield more stuff. More stuff than the alternative. The alternative is to use laser mining or an abrasion blaster. I'm just going to turn my lights on and my night vision because it just makes it easier to see the rocks and see the shapes and stuff. Now, where was my other? Oh, I've lost my collector limpet. Let's launch another one of those. So collector limpets go out there, they get your stuff, they bring it back, they shove it in your cargo hold. That's nice. If it's a really busy rock, I launch a load. So this rock says it's got bromelite, but there's nothing to target, so all we've got to do with that is blast it. So just get close enough and hit it a lot. And for this, I will put a load of limpet drones out there because there's going to be loads of fragments come off this. The fragments are a pain in the neck. But I'm not going to launch the limpet drones just yet because I sometimes shoot them and then I feel really bad about it. If you ever watch Red Dwarf, I always think of the limpets as scutters. And I would feel really bad if I killed a scutter. The other thing that I'm going to do is fly around while I'm shooting at it because I've noticed that you can shoot your fragments of rock and I think it makes them smaller. So then it takes longer to collect them. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing or if it's just a thing in my head. But that's what I'm going to do. Doobie-doobie-doo. So my previous nightmare was caused by no microphone. I don't know what happened. So I've downloaded OBS. So for people who do streaming, and I'm new to streaming, OBS is free and it seems to have solved my problem quite nicely. When you launch your limpet collectors, you must not have anything targeted. Well, not a material or a rock, because otherwise it just goes out and collects that one thing once and then dies. That's not fun. If you haven't got anything targeted, when you send them out, they will just keep collecting all the stuff that you want for you, which is nice. So my problem now, though, with OBS is I don't actually know if anyone's watching. It doesn't tell you. Whereas in the other one, it does. All messages that you send will appear publicly. Sign into chat. Oh. Why haven't I signed in? How do I do that? Oh, I thought I was signed in. Oh, it's going to make me actually... like, do the whole sign-in thing. That's not that. I can't remember password now. Check your device. I haven't got my device. Oh, I have got my device. Technology, eh? It just gives a... I don't understand it, because it doesn't give a chat. It just gives like a YouTube box. That's not the chat, is it? Silly thing. Don't know how to do chat. Yeah, so there you go. The limpets have collected all the stuff by the looks of it. Over on this screen, it'll tell you what's hanging around. They haven't gone and collected all the stuff. Why not? Have I not loaded the cargo scoop? Is it too far away? Maybe it's too far away. This might be some other miners' stuff. That would be bad. That'd be quite embarrassing on a stream, wouldn't it? I don't think that's my stuff. That's someone else's stuff. We're not doing that. We're not getting someone else's stuff. That'd be wrong. So, in my inventory now, I have 7 tons of bromellite. So there you go. That was simple. So the other way you can do this is you can, if you have one, use your seismic, so your pulse wave. And with the pulse wave, it sends out a pulse, and anything of interest will light up gold, like that rock there. Now that's quite a long way away, and it's quite bright. So there's a very, very real chance that there's something good in that. So we're going to have a look at it. I think I have a name for this rock. It's either a nubbin rock or a cat's bum rock. So on the stream yesterday, it was really good because I got all 3 types of mining. But of course, it's Murphy's Law now that the microphone's working that I won't get all 3 types of mining. I'll only get like 1 or 2. So there is surface mining, which you just saw me do. You can do that with an abrasion blaster. I think you can do it with lasers as well. Then there's subsurface mining, which is my worst one. I'm really bad at it. And then there's core mining, which is the most fun. Now, it's possible that this might be a core mine, but I don't think it is. So again, same old, get up close and personal. I think it's going to be surface, possibly a bit of subsurface. Launch your prospector and then see what turns up in the little window down the bottom left. So minerals remaining 100%, bromellite 35.97%, and the material is low. But I've actually had, I don't understand when it says like low, because sometimes it's actually been quite a lot. So that's tritium. I'm not interested in tritium. I think it does get a good price. That's something peroxide. But I'll use the peroxide to show you what subsurface mining looks like. So for subsurface mining, you need a displacement missile, and you go up to it, get nice and close. So within about 150 meters, which is always a pain because it's always rotating. up close and personal. And then you fire the missile on, hold your finger on the trigger. And down in the bottom left, you'll see a little mini game. You release the trigger when it's on the blue, and I failed. There you go. I'll try again. I ain't going to do it once because I don't need this. There you go. You'll see some stuff come off on fire, and then if it's the stuff that's on your list that you want, your limpets will go and get it. Now, I have told it not to pick up anything but bromelite. So on my list, I've got a ignore list. So it's not going to pick that up. What I want is the bromelite out of this rock, and all I need to do to get that is just blast it again. My little limpets will go and get all the fragments and the bits and bobs and pick them up. We should hear a thing that says asteroid depleted at some point. If not, you can target your prospector limpet and it will tell you how much is left in the asteroid. You also kind of notice that things don't come off it after a while. If I go to the prospector limpet, there you go. It says depleted, so that's everything off that rock. It has got the material I want, so that's the bromelite there. So if I go to the outside of the ship, we should see lots of lovely little scutters. Oh, I love red dwarf. There you go. Feels very red dwarf, doesn't it? This ship. It's the right colour. So you'll see lots of lovely little limpet mines, limpet collectors popping in there and bringing the rocks back. Inside the ship, you can check and see how that's going. Back up a bit, and you can see all the fragments there. Fragments don't give you as much yield. Those ones are the ones that give you the yield. They're bigger. And if I look over to the, it helps you press the right button. Look over to the inventory, you can see it filling up. The other thing you need to make this happen is a thing called a refinery. So when you outfit your ship, you need a refinery, and you can go to the refinery, you can see what it's doing. So you can see the bromelite there is being processed. I've got a couple of empty bins, they call them. And you need an empty bin to process a material, a raw material. And there you go, it's filling up nicely. Why bother with all this? Well, what's interesting about this particular community goal is that there is a 10 times multiplier on the price of the goods. So normally bromelite fetches a galactic average of 30,000 credits, but at the moment it's 10 times that per ton. So the most money I've ever had in my video game bank balance, in my Elite Dangerous kind of in-game balance, was 57 million credits. That's the most I've ever had in 9 years of playing. And now, after doing some mining for about 7 or 8 hours, I now have a lot more money. So I have 499 million credits. So it's been worth doing it. Now, the bad news is on YouTube, of course, you might be watching this after the 18th of January 2026, in which case this particular community goal will be finished, done, ended. But I think all community goals give some kind of reward. And in this case, it's credit-wise, you know, financially-wise, if you like, in-game finance. It's a massive, massive reward. So it's been fun and it's been worth doing. There are also a couple of kind of prizes. I guess that's the right name for it. Now, this is a nubbin rock. So it's got a nubbin. Can you see the nubbin? There it is. That bit there, that's the nubbin. This is a nubbin rock. I think it's like Eskimos, you know, like I shouldn't say Eskimo, Inuit. Apparently Inuit have like lots of different names for snow. I think you stay out here long enough in the void, and you end up with a lot of different names for rocks. So this is going to be interesting because this has got a fissure. I know it's a fissure because it's there. So I'm going to fire the limpet, prospector limpet. Must call things by the right name. Prospector limpet's off. Probably going to impact quite quickly. There we go. And it's not got the stuff I want, actually. It's the wrong core. So the core detected is grandidierite. Now, the bad news is if I blow that up and somebody needs grandidierite, however you say it, that rock won't appear in the game for another 6 days. So I'm actually going to leave that. Because I'm on YouTube, aren't I? So... to blow it up when I don't need it would just be wrong, and then somebody does need it, and then I feel bad. But it's okay, it's all right. So those really shiny rocks are not very useful for me at the moment because I'm not after like a really rare thing. I'm after bromelite, which apparently isn't as rare. So I don't need to mine that rock really. I'm going to hit this nubbin rock. There's another nubbin rock there. I call them the nubbin rock because, in my experience, they've given me a reasonably good yield, even when they don't light up on the pulse wave scanner. But there's two that look really similar. One does and one doesn't. So I'll hit this one and see. Yeah, there you go. So there's a bit of bromelite in there. It's a medium yield rock, but all I got to do is shoot at it. So, you know, doesn't cost anything, does it? So I thought mining might be a bit boring to watch. So I'm going to show you some other stuff in a minute, because that would just be wrong to keep you out here watching this. There's two other bits that I was trying to show off in the live stream on Saturday that I failed miserably to do, and people dropped in and watched it, and I was chuffed, and I was saying stuff to the people who dropped in to watch it, and they couldn't hear me, but they didn't tell me until after I'd spoken for about 45 minutes. It's bizarre, isn't it? There you go. Anyway, all good fun. One of the things I was talking about on Saturday, or trying to talk about, was the fact that I might have sounded a bit down on Elite Dangerous, like I thought it was a bit rubbish, and I don't. It's kept me playing for 9 years, and I didn't really explain why. I did mention about the history, about the fact that I used to play it in the 1980s. Yes, I'm that old, but what I didn't mention is that it's a one-to-one simulation of our galaxy, and if you've not played Elite Dangerous before, one of the most stunning and strange things that grabs you is the size, the sheer scale of the gameplay. I've got nothing being collected. Is that because nothing is good? No, stuff's good. I've got no collector limpets out there. Bear with me. Sorry. Need to send some collectors out and get that stuff while I'm chatting. I must have accidentally killed a load of collector limpets. Sorry, Scutters. Feel bad. Do that a lot. I don't understand OBS because it says chat there, and I've just got like a blank YouTube thing, a load of tellies on it. Doesn't make any sense. Got a YouTube search bar. You just closed a dockable window. Nah. We've got YouTube Studio up, so I can see if there's live chat. There's nobody watching. It's fine. So yeah. So I'm recording the stream because of my mess with audio on Saturday. That's why I'm redoing it. So I'm just going to pop a few limpet drones out there. And then I'll show you what I was talking about. So a one-to-one representation of our galaxy. So the galaxy map, when you open it, just looks like a game map, really, until you kind of zoom out. When you zoom out, you realise the scale of this video game You can visit any star. All the stars have got planets around them. As far as I'm aware, they mapped everything that we currently know about our galaxy. So it really is big. So if I fly around a bit and then zoom in, all those stars, you could visit any of these. I'm trying to go slow. It's really hard. And it is in 3D, so you can go up and down and you'll see more stars. Isn't that mad? And it's accurate, I believe. Obviously, I'm no scientist, but if I go up here and type Sol, which I did on Saturday, you see, I did this on Saturday. If you go to Sol, that is our system. That's us right there. And you can look at the system map. And coming out from our sun, there's Mercury, there's Venus, there's good old Earth. I wish it said mostly harmless. It should say mostly harmless. But there you go. It even tells you the gravity accurately. It's our gravity, the surface pressure. Then there's Mars. There's an asteroid belt. Then there's Jupiter with its moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto. Then you're out to Saturn, Enceladus, I can't say that, Tethys, Dione, Rhea, Titan, and Iapetus. I only know Titan. That's terrible. Uranus. Sorry, always makes you laugh. Ariel, Umbriel, Titiana, Oberon. Again, I only know Oberon. Neptune with its moon Triton. And then further out, you've got Pluto, now relegated to not a planet. I wonder if it says that. Does it say not a planet? No, it doesn't. Doesn't say anything about it not being a planet. Sharon, Orcus, Vanth. I didn't know these right there. All the way out to the end of our system with Persephone. So there you go. So you can visit Earth in game should you wish to. A lot of people do. I think I did at some point. But yeah, so the Distance Worlds community expedition. I did kind of bookmark it. It starts here. So November Golf Charlie, 1981, Sector ZU Zulu uniform dash Yankee Delta 27. So that's NGC 1981 Sector ZU-7 D27. Now I've been there, so I've mapped it. So I can show it, I think, if it'll play the game. There we go. So that's the system. I'm guessing one of these fleet carriers is the official fleet carrier. I think there's 4 official fleet carriers, to be honest, that are there. And you need to dock on one of those fleet carriers, but only after you've booked your place with the Distant Worlds 3 website. So make sure you register if you want to do it. If you are a new player, it can be difficult because obviously you won't have been in game long enough, and there's not enough time left now to be in game long enough to get a ship maybe that's capable. You probably could. You could probably fit out a Cobra to give you about, I think they're asking for about 34 light year jump range. You could probably do that with a Cobra, to be fair. And you could probably grind out a Cobra in a couple of days. But then it's going to take you a few days possibly to get to that system if you haven't got a lot of jump range. So there is another option. If you wanted to play Distant Worlds, go on the website, look everything up. But the other option is to buy a pre-built ship. And I guess there's a lot of older players who might think that pre-built ships are a cheat, maybe. Pay to win, stuff like that. But at the moment, if you wanted to take part in that community event, I think it would actually be a really good way to do it if you're new. However, if you are new, you need to learn to fly. It looks easy, doesn't it? You just fly about a bit. It's all right. How hard can it be? Yeah. So Elite Dangerous does punish you quite hard for mistakes. Impatience, it will punish you. Sorry, just have a quick look around at a couple of these rocks. If there's any interesting rocks. There you go. Let's have a look at that one. That's a very bright rock. I'm looking for a rock I can explode on camera because they're fun. Maybe it is one. Maybe it isn't. Yeah, so Elite Dangerous just punishes you. If you make a mistake, it will murderize you, which is not that different to any other video game. But what's different in Elite Dangerous is that if you've spent a lot of time like this, getting a lot of credits, when you die, you have to buy your ship back with insurance. And sometimes that insurance can be quite expensive. So I've got a Python, which is a medium ship. It's fairly outfitted, and I think the buyback on that is like 3 million credits, and that's a significant amount of credits, really. Unfortunately, this rock isn't the rock I wanted, but it has got some stuff in it, so I'm going to do it. So this is that mini game that I just showed you before. So this is subsurface mining. So fly up to it, about 150 meters, fire at it, hold the trigger down, look down to the left, let the trigger go when the little thing reaches a blue area. Don't fire again until the message clears, because if you fire too early, it just loses your missile thing. And I think you're supposed to match the orange kind of mountain dots on the top with the blue dots at the bottom for the maximum yield. I never bother because I'm really bad at doing it. So I just let it go when I think it's going to be in the blue, to be honest. Bad, isn't it? There you go. But it's because I'm not very good at it. The other one where you get to blow up a rock, I really like. The blowing up the rock thing is cool. And makes mining a lot more interesting. There's kind of a moment where you go, oh, look, a rock I can blow up. And then you blow up the rock. And it's very, very satisfying because it makes a brilliant sound. And it looks cool. So that's now depleted. So there's another one there. There's another one there, actually. There's loads. Oh, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's the one I want. So there's only one other with bromellite. Bromellite. Is bromellite a real thing? Probably is. I'm not a scientist. I failed at school. Can you tell? There we go. Yeah, so one-to-one representation of our galaxy, and for that reason alone, I think Elite Dangerous is amazing. Back in the 80s, they managed to do 40,000 stars with planets, with procedural generation. David Braben and his colleague, at the back of a garage shed, I think, pretty much, which is stunning, really. And I still can't get my head around that. I can't get my head around the leap of imagination to create this game in the 1980s. Okay, it had vector graphics. It wasn't very buggy, to be fair. It ran really well. You had to load it from a tape. It took 20 minutes maybe to load the game. But that was all games back in the 80s. Loading them on a cassette tape. Tell kids that these days and they won't believe you. That's how video games used to load. They used to go. How much bromellite? What's that then? Did we miss some? Never mind. Not going back for it. It might. I think someone else is mining here, and I think I'm getting a bit confused because I think they're mining while we're mining. And like I say, I'm just getting a bit lost with it. How much we got now? Let's have a look. 64 tons. Look at that. Hasn't taken that long, has it? 64 tons, just like that. Woohoo! Bonus. Ooh, don't want to target that, because if I target that, what am I... Oh no, it's all right. So there we go. That's so I was just trying to position it so you can see all the little scutters. Bit of planet behind. Look at that. Do get some nice screenshots in Elite Dangerous, I guess. You can fly the ship in this view, but it's really, really hard. It's quite cool to see the thrusters, though. But then you end up moving forward when you don't want to, and hitting something when you don't want to. That's weird. What's happened to my screen? Why is my screen only showing you a bit of the screen? What on earth is going on there? Why can't you see the actual screen? That's better, kind of. Isn't it? I think. Sorry. I don't know why that was. I just have endless problems with streaming. Everyone else makes it look so easy. But it's not, it would appear. Yeah, somebody's mining behind me, look, so I'm getting a bit confused because their bromelite and my bromelite is almost getting mixed up. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I'll boost away and try and find a patch where they're not. On the live stream on Saturday, I didn't spend long out here, to be honest. I went to the space station thingy and then showed the ship off, or the outfit in the ship. I've been promoted to Tycoon. Look at that. What a bonus. Can't beat a bit of that, can you, eh? Capitalist pig that I am. It's not often that Elite Dangerous rewards you with a thing. I'm going to lose all my limpets now, which is bad. But I'm just going to boost right out of the way of the other ship because I'm getting a bit confused about who's mining what. And I don't want to accidentally pick up their stuff. That would just be wrong. It would be unethical and I would get booted off the server. So I can't say server. So we'll fly away a bit. And I suspect that this will be getting mined out quite quickly, actually, because of all the people doing the community goals. So every time a rock is mined, it vanishes from the game for 6 days. So it's a finite resource in game, at least for a week. So there. Now, if you play solo play, it really doesn't matter. So if you choose a solo server thing, nubbin rock, it won't matter, will it? Because no one else is trying to mine your rock on your instance, I guess. I don't really understand how it all works. The instance thing. Maybe someone could explain it in comments. I like a nubbin rock. That's a nubbin rock. Another one. Let's have a look at that one. See what we get. There you go, loads of bromelight in there. Material content is high. Much easier now. I can actually see the stuff. None of those subsurface things are what I'm after. It's literally just hit the rock, get the stuff. Let's pop some collector limpets out before I start because there's going to be a lot of material. So I want at least 5 or 6 out there. I wish there was a faster way of deploying them, that's the only thing. I can put some more out in a minute. Let's go shoot a rock. No, I don't want a fragment. I don't want to target the fragment. Because if I do that, my limpet moans will just pick up that one thing. Oh, I'm always doing that. I get to put the cargo scoop down. And then the poor little scutters can't get in. I mentioned managing the pips. I'm not sure if you can see them because I think my big fat head's in the way. But the pips are your engine, your system, and your weapons. If you're new to Elite Dangerous and you're playing it, go and do the tutorials, and it teaches you how to manage your pips. But basically, you need to allocate power to different things, and if you fail to allocate power to the right thing, things stop working. Simple as that. That's okay until you're in combat. When you're in combat, if your shields stop working, for instance, that can be bad. I can show you what it looks like when you haven't allocated your pips right. So if I put my power into my engines and my system and then try to fire my gun, very quickly it'll run out of power and it will go slow. There you go, and stop. So now I'm still holding the trigger, nothing's happening. As soon as I allocate some power to it, I'll get my volleys back. So you have to actually actively manage your power. Now I think another game kind of copied it. I want to say it's No Man's Sky, but it could be. I can't remember. There's another game that kind of uses a similar system where you allocate pips to your shields, your engines, and your weapons. I can't remember the game, but it has been imitated. The other cool thing with Elite Dangerous is the radar. Nobody ever talks about the radar, but it's wonderful. It's really good. If I'm below the stuff on the radar, the poles go up. So if I go, I've hit a rock. Hold on. Yeah. So if I go down, the poles go up. So you know that those things are above you. Likewise, if you go up, then they'll be below you. They'll be below that plane. So you know in three-dimensional space where things are. And then you just turn to face stuff, and I love that. It's really, once you get used to it, it's a really, really, really clever radar. Just above that to the left, you can see another little circle with a dot in it, and that dot is hollow, which means the thing that I'm targeting is behind me. If I turn round, it'll turn to a solid dot, and the thing that I'm targeting, which is Bromellite hotspot, turns solid, and when it's in the centre, you're pointing at it. So it's actually really clever, that bit. Right, there's only 3 more things there. Don't think I'm going to find a blowy uppy rock, which is a shame. You don't always find them. I should have blown up that one that wasn't the thing I'm looking for, but that just felt wrong to do that. One of those could be a blowy uppy rock. That's a shape I'm not used to. Let's go and have a look at that one. I'd like a blowy uppy rock because I like blowing up rocks. And if you've tried a bit of mining in Elite Dangerous, you will be of the same mind. It's called core mining when you blow up rocks. It's kind of its whole own thing. I don't think this is a blowy uppy rock. Can't see any fissures on it. Nah. Where was the other bright one? There was another bright one. There. Let's go and look at that one. This rock, I think, is I've named Poo Rock. It looks like a poo. So I've got Cat's Bum, Nubbin, and Poo Rock. Is it a Poo Rock? Yeah. I don't think Poo Rocks are very helpful for me. It doesn't have what I want. I'm going to hit it. So one of the reasons Elite Dangerous is punishing is because of this flight assist thing. So you can toggle flight assist on and off, and it's pretty cool sometimes. Oof, missed it. Flight assist turns off your assistance to keep you the right way up, basically. And you can use that in combat really well. So you have to get used to toggling flight assist on and off. Content high. No, it's not a blowy uppy rock. just a normal rock. But it has got a high content, so I am going to take it. So while I'm hitting the rock, I'm managing those pips. I turn the engine one down, which, you know, it's pretty much off. I don't need to boost, so I don't need engine speed. Just need the thrusters. And I put all the power into the weapon and the system. I keep it in the system because you're going to hit the rock. It's just inevitable when you mine that you hit the rock. And if I didn't have it in system, was that it saying the asteroid's depleted? I think it was. Yeah, nothing coming off it now. Then when you hit the rock, you take damage, and that would be bad. So I'm so sorry. It doesn't look like I'm going to find a rock to blow up, which just feels wrong because when I did the live stream on Saturday, I did. Maybe I'll put together a little video of that. The other thing that I wanted to show people was Metalens and Metaelite. This is Metalens and Metaelite. I'm going to put it on screen for you. You should be able to see it. So, if you're taking part in the Distant Worlds 3 community thing, why is it not showing on my screen? Oh, that's a pain. I thought that would show up. So do that and then do that. Does it show up? No. Dash, damn it. That's annoying. Can I set up another screen that will show it? Application, audio camera, display capture, browser, video, window capture. Ah, there we go. Ah, you can see it now, I think. Maybe? Yeah, there you go. So Metalens is really nice. It's been developed, I think it's open source and on GitHub and those kind of stuff, the developers. And it's linked to your account. So it says there, Metaelite link established. If you click here, there's narrative missions. Now they give you XP, they don't give you credits, but it's a really nice way of giving missions to people that have got story. Because one of the problems with Elite Dangerous, if I'm honest, is sometimes as a role-playing game it kind of sucks. You're just out here doing your own thing. So this is lovely. I've done a couple of missions, just really easy ones, just to see if it worked, and it did. Somewhere there's a button. There you go. That's the completed button. And then I guess if I click on, there we go. That's the mission I did. A rally base bartender. I'd like to see who I'm dealing with. Come and visit. So all you had to do for that was dock at fleetcom HQ, salute Ariel Bass, and you got 1,000 XP. So I did that. There you go. Tells you at the bottom status, deadline, and any reward. And I believe that people have contributed to it. So they've given their own stories. They've written their own narrative missions to it, which is lovely. Now, why? Why is the stream now not showing the right thing? Now you can hear me and not see me. Before you could see me and not hear me. It's a disaster. Why? Why is this not working now? There you go. Got you back. Haven't got me in the scene, but that's okay. There you go. I'm back too. So there you go. That's kind of it, really. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything else that I talked about on the live stream on Saturday. Not really. I think that's about it. So you can hang around with me and I'll talk rubbish and we can see if we can find a rock to blow up. You may have already left. I wouldn't blame you. This this is dross, isn't it? Really, absolute dross. Like, I wouldn't watch this. So if anyone else is watching this, why? Why are you watching this? So the rocks to blow up, they will be brighter generally, like that, and you will see fissures on the surface of the rock. So if there's no fissures, it's not a rock to blow up. Now fissures, one of the reasons I put night vision on is it's easier to see fissures. There's no fissures on that rock. It's kind of smooth. I don't think that's one. I will just shoot a prospector into it just to check I'm not making stuff up. And that the devs haven't changed it so that it doesn't show fish. Oh, there are fissures. I can see some fissures. Or are they shadows? Maybe they're just shadows. No, they're just shadows. It's a rubbish rock. As rocks go, that's rubbish. Top tip for mining is to target. That's quite a bright one. To target a point so that you don't get kind of lost in the rock garden. So I usually target the planet that's nearby. Sometimes I'll target the hotspot, and that just helps. Now that has got fissures. I can see them. I'll show you the fissures, and we'll have a go at blowing it up, even if it's not what we're looking for, which I feel bad about, but I'm sure the community will be all right with one rock. Is there fissures? No, there's no fissures. I lied. Shadows again. This is a cat's bum rock. There you go. There's the cat's bum. I don't know why I call it that. It just, from a distance, kind of looks like a cat's bum. Got a load of bromellite, but it's low material content, but it'll be enough for me. So I'm going to take it because I need it. Surface, oh no, it's water. Lithium. Need to blast it, don't I? There's bromellite. I don't know. I think if you target the actual thing, I think it gives you a better yield of that thing, but only for that one shot. To show you how good the mining volley repeater is, I'm going to try and edit with literally one shot. Which is really hard because it wants to repeat 2 shots. There you go. That's how good it is, though. It's amazing at its job. I need a load more limpets tonight. Nothing targeted. So I'm having terrible problems with the streaming thing because now I can't see. I can either see if it's working, or I can see if there's anyone in chat. I can't see both. There we go. Now I can see. There's nobody here. But then also, I'm not sure I set it up right. I might have I might have put it unlisted. Which is alright. It doesn't matter, does it? It's fine. Dooby dooby doo. I like flying around and beating up rocks. I'm a rock bully. Oh, the other thing I'll do, I did on the Saturday thing that messed up, is I did put a load of links in the YouTube thing. One of those links was for Yamiks. Now, if you like Elite Dangerous, you'll know who Yamiks is. Yamiks is hilarious. He does moan about Elite Dangerous quite a lot, but only in a comic way. And I do feel there's a lot of love for Elite Dangerous, with yamiks. But if you want some entertainment, yamiks is great. What I really loved was the other day, I think he posted a new video, and it was about a pre-built ship that you can buy. And the pre-built ship is called the Panther Clipper, and it's an ugly ship in my opinion. I think yamiks kind of agrees, and the video is hilarious. So if you do play Elite Dangerous, or even if you don't and you want a bit of a giggle, go and check out yamiks. Go have a look at that, because it's brilliant. It's so good. The guy is a genius, a comic hero. So there you go. This is not going to be great content though, is it? Let's be honest. And I don't know how long I've been online. Only half an hour. Is that about right? Half an hour. So what should we talk about, man? Distant Worlds 3 kicks off on the 18th. So if you haven't signed up and you fancy it, get yourself into a ship and get on there. If you already play Elite Dangerous and you've got a ship capable of, I think they're asking for 33 light years at a guess, jump range off top of my head, which isn't much really. There's quite a lot of ships in Elite Dangerous that can do that, or you can get a pre-built. If you're brand new to Elite Dangerous, get the game, obviously. Go do the training missions. What I should have mentioned is the pre-built ships are only available on PC. I don't think any of them work on console. And the reason for that is you could play in the same galaxy on console and on PC at one point. And they diverged. They went their separate ways. I don't really understand the reason why. I'm guessing it was to do with the capabilities or the cost of development of those platforms. So Elite Dangerous is the current version is really only available on PC, which is called Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Odyssey lets you get out of your ship and walk around, and includes on-foot missions on planets, which is very, very cool. Let's look at that rock. Or that rock, one of those two. I think this one. And you can't do that on Xbox or PlayStation. It does make me sad that I can't play with my friends on Xbox and PlayStation in the same galaxy. That could be a blowy uppy rock, or the one to the left. But you know, I understand that there's limitations to technology. PC probably is easier to develop for, I'd guess. Frontier Development also make Jurassic Park the simulator. And I think they make Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that. I only really play Elite Dangerous. No blowy uppy rocks. Thought that was a blowy uppy rock, but it's not. But I need the Bromelite. Yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. If you have a PC, or if you have access to a PC, definitely go that way. If you don't, you can still take part in Distant Worlds 3. But the on-foot missions, some of the other missions won't show up on the console. But you can still take up the challenge of travelling across that galaxy. Now, because it's a one-to-one simulation of the actual galaxy, even with the in-game faster-than-light travel, which is faster than light, if that makes sense, the Distant Worlds Expedition is a marathon, not a sprint. So it looks like the mission will take 3 months in real time, and that's donating about 3 or 4 hours of your own in real life time to the game every week, is my understanding. If it's more than that, I can't do it because I have to work, and tomorrow I'm working away and I'm not always home. So I don't know what will happen. Having said all that, you can go at your own pace. So I think what happens, and I'm no expert, but you go to the jumping off kind of point, you get onto one of the fleet carriers. The reason for that is if you die in the blackness of space, it won't be fatal because you'll be able to buy your ship back or get a ship back on the fleet carrier, and you'll be able to carry on playing. Now, that wasn't the case in Distant Worlds 2, which was a few years ago, and it wasn't the case in Distant Worlds 1. What happened there is when you died, you were dead and went back to the start. I can only imagine what that could have been like for somebody who'd spent a month travelling across the galaxy. I can't. I can't. So you also get credits for exploring in Elite Dangerous. And of course, on that particular Distant Worlds kind of thing, there will be lots of credits when you eventually cash them in for your exploration data. Having said that, before fleet carriers, that didn't work because there was no way of cashing that in until you got back to your home base or back to civilization. And that meant if you died in space, not only did you lose kind of everything that you'd gained, you also lost all your exploration data. As I say, that must have been just horrific for people. I can't imagine what that would be like. As I said, Elite Dangerous is punishing. And if you don't have enough fuel, if you don't have a fuel scoop, and you get stuck in the galaxy, you're on your own. There is, depending on, I guess, whether you're on the server or a server, there's a group of people called Fuel Rats, and I believe the Fuel Rats may come and help you for a price. I guess it's for a price. I don't know. I think they're volunteers. So there's different ways you can play Elite Dangerous, and I am a coward. So I play mostly in solo. Solo means there is no PvP, player versus player action in solo. So people don't get you. If you play in open play, there are real humans behind their flight sticks. Most of them have got mega amazing ships that will take you out in a matter of seconds. I'm sure a load of people are playing on VR, which gives you a massive advantage because as soon as you move your head, you can see what's going on. So you can, for combat, that's incredible. So for all those reasons, I don't really play on there's another little spot. I don't really play on the open server because Elite Dangerous is really all about risk versus reward. And for me, the risk just wasn't worth it for the reward. You don't get any more credits. You don't earn any more materials. You don't get anything really, other than probably better at flying. You probably get a lot better at flying because you're up against real people who are out to get you. And they are out to get you. Like, I have played in it. Oh, I'm in the wrong... I got in position then. I'm in the wrong set. This is why I hate displacement mining. It's so difficult to get positioned. You want to be at 90 degrees to the rock, ideally. And then what happens, right, is because you're trying to keep up with it and the rock's moving, is you get battered by the rock. Oh, I missed. So this is why we've got to have stuff in systems. Sorry, I stopped talking. It takes all my concentration to do stupid subsurface mining. I'm really bad at it. And always the rock is like moving around a ton. Now I just get to blast it though. It's done now. So I think that was ship's computer saying that asteroid is mined out. There we go. Sorry about that. So 124 tons already in the cargo hold. My capacity is 256 tons. So I'm going to keep going. If you want to hang out, that's cool. I say that, but of course, I haven't listed it live, and no one was expecting it because it was a different day. Why is it? Bonkers. Well, just, you know, something to do, innit? Hang out, talk rubbish. That's a very bright rock. That's a poo rock. I don't think poo rocks explode. It's a terrible shame because I really would like to explode a rock. I quite like exploding a rock. It's very bright though, so it will have a high yield, but probably not the stuff I need. Poo rocks are not good for me for this. I will check it though because it is so bright gold. You never know. It's definitely not an explodey rock. Oh, that's got a load of bromelight. It's low content. Is it a stupid subsurface thing? Yeah, it is. Never mind. I'll try and do it. I'm going to get hit by the other rock, aren't I? Yeah, not good content, this. Helps if you have the right mining tool selected. I mean, people will watch it, won't they, to see what incompetence looks like. The other thing I did on Saturday is I shouted out to the fleetcom group because the people there are lovely. I hadn't realised, because I only ever play solo, I hadn't realised before embarking on this silliness how deliciously lovely the people in the elite community are. See, I missed it. And then it vanishes. If you miss it a couple of times, it goes and you don't get any rock. Because I'm trying to talk and do the thing, and you end up launching too early or too late, or letting your finger off too early or too late. Oh, see, the ones with one blue bar are really hard. There's a bit of lag as well. I think because I'm streaming, it's probably even worse. Lag between the controller and the game, I mean. Only notice it doing this, though. Whereas blowing up rocks, dead easy. Well, not dead easy. There's a bit to it. And you usually forget how to do it and then get really frustrated. I have to go and look up a YouTube video to remind you if you haven't done it for a while. Getting a few rocks out of this though. That's good. Missed that one. That'll be it. Especially if you do that. This will be the last chance, I think. Yeah, missed it again. Yeah, gone. Never mind. Sorry, it went quiet then. Zoned out. See, that's the nice thing about Elite Dangerous. So people may think it's a bit dull, maybe a bit boring. It's not. It's genuinely not. You can have combat like in COD, You know, you can do all that kind of stuff. But you can also come and just chill out and mine some rocks. There's a bit of everything in Elite Dangerous. It's one of the things that makes it so incredible. Is there's absolutely a bit of everything. Now I need a lot of collector limpets now, I think, because there's a lot of material that I'm not been collecting it. So let's put some collector limpets out there. Doobie doobie doo. So it said low yield on that thing, but my experience in the last couple of days has been actually the low yield rocks have been actually giving a lot of yield. I didn't want to look at trade. And also they take less time to mine. I'm just going to move over here to make it easier for the scutters. I mean, the sheer sense of scale is just quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. If you're on PC, you can do a pre-built ship. So I really don't like the fact that there's a version of real money that isn't real money. They should just put the price on things, in my opinion. But Elite Dangerous uses a thing called ARX, ARX, Alpha Romeo X-Ray. And that equates to real money. So I don't really like that. I worry that people can overspend by accident, things like that. But you can buy a pre-built ship for less than £10 sterling, UK money, which is about 12, maybe 15 euro, which is about $12 to $15 US. In Australia, it's probably about $1 billion gazillion dollars. You guys have got some weird stuff going on with your money. How much is a beer in Australia now? I think it's like $15. Not that I go to Australia, never been, but my understanding is that beer, things like that, just living stuff is expensive. I guess if you live there, it's all relevant. I'm guessing relative, I should say. I'm guessing you earn money that means you can afford a beer. I can't imagine Australians not being able to afford a beer. So up to 157 tons. There is some more subsurface stuff, which I hate. Why is it all subsurface? We've already established I'm rubbish at it. And I can't talk. Because I can't multitask because I'm a bloke. And it takes all my concentration. Stupid mini game. Nope. There was another one though, I think. There's quite a lot in this rock. For a low yield rock, there's been quite a lot coming out of it. Maybe not enough, but oops. Doobie-doobie-doo. Can't find it. There it is. So what I have noticed about mining, so I'm fairly new to mining. This is not an aspect of the game I'd ever played before. I have a love-hate relationship with it, as you can probably tell. Sometimes I really like it. Other times, especially this subsurface stuff. It's not too bad on this rock. This rock's not moving stupid fast, but some of the rocks move. Oh, I got that one. Move so quickly. You're constantly trying to position on it, and fire, and look at the mini game thing, and do all that, and still be in space and trying to survive. It's just a lot, really. This rock, like I say, it's not too bad. It's not moving stupid fast. So I'm actually waiting now to see if I can get it on that higher, like that. I did. On where the orange kind of things line up as well. I think that's what you're supposed to do. And I think that gives you more yield. And Elite Dangerous is all about time versus benefit, I guess. So anything you can do that's getting you more stuff or saving you time is usually a good thing. I missed it. I think that's enough of that one. I've had enough of that. It is all good. Now, that rock is orange, not bright yellow, but it's quite a long way away. Now, rocks that are quite a long way away and orange could be a blowy uppy rock, because as you get closer, they will get brighter. I'm not going to go stupid fast. I don't want to lose all my limpets, because I just feel bad for them, really. No other reason. That could be a core mining rock. I just wanted one core mining rock. I don't think it is. It's a nubbin rock. Nah. Still good for me because it'll still have bromelight on it, but it's not a rock I can blow up. Shame. Kind of wish I'd blown up that Alexandrite or Germanite or Geranium or whatever it was called rock, just to show you what it looks like when you blow up a rock. But there's other YouTube videos. Just look up core mining, Elite Dangerous, and you'll see somebody else blow up a rock. I think this is starting to get mined out because I'm on the server. I don't know what happens in solo play, but I'm on the server, and of course everyone's looking for bromelight for the community goal. Oh, this could have a fissure in it. That looks like a fissure right there. See that? Or it could be something else. Not normally this shape of rock that blows up. It is. So down in the left, if I look down left, it says core detected bromelight. So this is a rock that you can blow up. And in the contacts, you'll see it says asteroid fissure, asteroid fissure, asteroid fissure, asteroid fissure. So what you do is you target the asteroid fissure, not the hydrogen peroxide, and it will tell you what strength it is. This one is high strength. And there's a mini game again, and you have to use seismic charges. Now, if I point out to space with the seismic charge, you can see that around the targeting bracket there are 3 dots on each side. So dot or bar number 1 means that you're putting a low yield detonation into the rock. If you do 2 of those bars, it means you're doing a medium, an average, and then if you're doing 3, you're doing a high. What you have to do is fly around and try and match the detonations that you're going to put into the rock with a little mini game that's going to appear in the top right. I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see it just because of the way that the stream is being captured. What I'll try and do is get it done and then see if I can focus on it. So this is a high strength fissure, so I want to put 3 dots into this one. So you charge it up, let it go, and there we go. Now a timer starts running down, which you probably can't see in the top right of your screen. Now that timer, if you don't get all your charges into the rock in time, will run out and you will get exploded because you're too near to the rock. Obviously, this is another high strength. So I'm almost at the blue line. The blue line is the mini game that you can't see, I don't think, on your screen. Another high strength. So if I put another high strength in, this might... I'm going to go slightly under on the high strength on purpose, because if I go too much, it's going to blow. Now, the next one is also a high strength, so I'm not going to put high strength charge in it, because if I do, I won't get the yield. I need to put a low strength charge in the high strength fisher, if that makes sense. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the yield. It's a bit like playing blackjack. If you've ever played blackjack, it's like that. So I'm going to back off and show you what I've got. So that is the thing that I could see that you probably couldn't. Is it going to come on screen? Yeah, there you go. And it says the detonation yield is in blue. And the timer's on the left. If it goes to red, you just don't get the yield, basically. And you can detonate these early. So down on this panel, I can go to one of the ones I've got there, go detonate now, get to watch it, go outside the ship because it'll look cooler. Here you go, my favourite bit of the game. Well, mining. Love that. Love the noise, if nothing else. So then what you got to do is you've got to get in there and you've got to shoot off the stuff you wanted off the fragments of rock that you've just exploded. I will warn you that if you don't have a ship with good thermals, don't stay in here for too long because your ship will freeze. You will see it on my cockpit screen. It will start to freeze up as I fly in because my cargo bay is open. And because of that, it'll freeze up. It's also really important, by the way, to put your shields up. If you don't, you will hit bits of rock. If you're going a bit fast, they will cause damage. If you've got your shields up, at least that damage is mitigated a little bit, reduced. Oop. So you see the ice on the cockpit? Really nice touch though from the developers. Things like that. If you can't find the stuff, so I like sometimes get disorientated, you can just go to contacts here, click on one of those and one of the ones in a hexagon, and it will show you, it'll point you on a radar, so you can find the stuff. And we got a good yield out of that. This did a good yield. I'm stuck. Okay. This did a good yield. There's quite a lot coming off this. So my 151 tons, we'll have a look when the collector limpets have done their job. I'm going to have to send some more axe. They've frozen to death, bless them. We'll see what yield we get. But I reckon we'll have got quite a bit out of this. This felt good. Went well. Oh, remember what I said about bashing into rocks? Now that's taken my shields down. Oh my god. That's taken my shields right down to 23%. So I now need to be really careful because any more hits and I could actually die. So what? Twice, maybe 3 times hitting a rock and I'm almost dead on my shields. They will recharge if I keep all the power on the shields. I'm going to send some collector limpets out now. I think I've got all the... Yeah, got all the stuff. Going to come out of the cold. I'm going to send a load of collector limpets in there to get my stuff. My shields will recharge now because I'm not getting battered by anything. So that's nice. And so what I was trying to say was this is just one aspect of Elite Dangerous. You don't have to mine. If you hate this, if this is too boring for you, go and be a bounty hunter or a pirate. There is no better game in Elite Dangerous than being a bounty hunter or a pirate. Probably, actually, to be fair though, there's some talk of some new combat on foot. So the on-foot gameplay, I believe, is due to have kind of an update. Not sure quite what's planned. I heard someone talking on YouTube about combat zones, and combat zones being on megaships, and the possibility of some kind of zero gravity effect as well, which would be very cool. I don't think that's something we've particularly seen in video games in space. So inventory, I'm up to 182 tons. So that one rock yielded quite a lot, but it is really cold and it's hurting. My shields are only up to 60%. So what I'm going to do now is what I shouldn't do. I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to take you to, maybe just one more rock. Just one more. Just a couple more rocks. Just a couple more rocks. Just because my Olympic drones are out there. Bless them. Flying along. Trying to keep up. There's a rock there. So we'll have that one. What I was going to do is fly to the system where this community goal is. Show you how to navigate if you've never done it before. But remember, you will probably need a fuel scoop. Do not head into space without two things. One is the rebuy cost for your vessel, your craft. Have enough money, unless it's a Sidewinder. If it's a trade, a stock Sidewinder, you get one for free. But down here, on the home page here, it says rebuy cost. And your rebuy cost is really important. Now, this ship is only 630 credits because the only thing I'm rebuying are the things I've changed from the pre-built ship. But my Python will cost me 3 million credits to rebuy. So bear that in mind. And then the other thing that you must have, like, do not go jumping frame shift drive jumps without a fuel scoop. You can get into trouble with that. The first time I played Elite Dangerous, I got stuck in space. There is bromelite in that. Please don't be the mini game. Of course it's the mini game. Ugh. It's just too slow. Yeah, so you need a fuel scoop. Don't go out there without a fuel scoop. The fuel rats are volunteers, real players. If you're in the open play, I guess, or maybe one of the servers where they operate, you could ask them for help if you do get stuck in the void. Maybe. I don't know if they charge. Like, I imagine you should donate to the fuel rats if they came to rescue you. Pretty cool thing, the fuel rats. But I have no idea how it works. Like, how do you ask them for help? I genuinely don't know. Oh, I missed it. That's the end of that. Oh, bashing into rocks is what I do. Losing my health is not so good. If you are on PC though, and you do want to mine, oh my god, the Type 11 Prospector is the goat. The only downside with it maybe is it doesn't have like the biggest cargo capacity. So if you're someone that just doesn't mind day after day doing this, you're gonna fill it up. In about an hour and a half to 2 hours, it's full, usually, depending on how it goes out in the asteroid belt. But my experience with this so far has been about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm full. So if you're someone that likes to just stop, take a break, and keep mining, then the only downside of the ship really is the fact that you haven't got that much cargo space. It came with a fighter bay, a ship launch fighter. Ship launch fighters are a thing, and you can have a ship launch fighter, which is pretty cool. I've never used one. I probably never will. So I took it out thinking that I could put in more cargo, but you can't. So that was a downer. That annoyed me, quite frankly. That got on my goat. Didn't realise. Vehicle bays are different to other stuff, apparently. Oh, didn't mean to do that. What was I trying to do? I was trying to move the camera back to see the thrusters. That's what I was trying to do. Because it looks cool, right? But now I don't. No, I don't know how fast I'm going, so I need to stop doing that. Oops. Just some of the many mistakes you can make in Elite Dangerous. Killing your limpets, flying into them, stuff like that. All good. So it wasn't my intention to stay out here this long and do this. I wanted 200 tons. And we got 204. That's enough, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put our hard points away. We're going to select our navigation. So if you go to navigation, go to the galaxy map, you can then pick the other place you're going to go to. Don't want to go to Ross, that would be bad. Don't know why this is showing commodity stuff. I have bookmarked it. So one of the things you can do is you can bookmark places, which is really handy. It says down there that it's going to take 2 jumps. You probably can't see that on your screen because for some reason it's cut the bottom off. But 2 jumps. It's going to take 2 jumps. So 2 jumps to the place I need to go. Let me just show you that on there. It does actually say it at the top of that. At the top of that screen, you've got Care Brand System, which is where I currently am. Next jump is a waypoint, and it's Hambula. And then 2 jumps, I will be at Al Ray. Al Ray is where the community goal is. Sorry, little scutters. I hate this bit. I'm going to leave you behind. I'm sorry, scutters. Goodbye. Goodbye. So you press Y to charge your frameshift drive. If you're not lined up with the planet that you're going to, or sorry, the system you're going to, the sun, the star, it'll tell you. So if I don't line up on it, it'll tell me. Align with target destination. Remember that little white dot that I told you about by the radar? Line that up and away you go. It doesn't matter if there's a planet in between, weirdly. Like you should, shouldn't it? Like you should crash into the planet, but I suppose it's folding space and time around you or something. So this is faster than light travel. They call it frame shift drive in Elite Dangerous. And you'll pop out near a sun. And if you've got a fuel scoop, what you need to do is learn your ship. So on this ship, I will fly it with that yellow line, which is the orbit line for the sun, or the gravity pull of the sun. And you just fly around the sun, and it's fuel scooping. The fuel scoop deploys automatically. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be flying around the sun, and you keep doing that until it fills up. You'll notice there's a bar there that says heat. If you get too hot, it will start telling you you're too close and too hot. So if I fly closer, you'll see that start to rise. If I fly further away, that temperature drops, and you can do that until it's full, and then you can make your next jump, and away you go. I don't actually need to fuel scoop, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to go for that. You can also scan systems. I didn't do it in this system. I'll do it in the next one just to show you. The reason I didn't do it is because I've already scanned this system, and there's no benefit for me doing it twice. As simple as that. But I'll show you how it scans. So on the next system, when I come out of the frameshift drive, it's quite cool. You can look around. There's It's very nerdy, isn't it? Like, like all my hobbies. Proper nerd. It's good. It's good, right? So to scan, you have a thing called the Discovery Scanner. It's on my screen now. You hold your trigger down, a thing will pulse along, and it will make a funny noise. There you go. It says orbital plane established, bodies 3. Now, if you haven't explored the system, you then need to explore the system. You can do that by flying over to them, or you can do that by doing a thing called FSS scanning. Can't remember what that stands for now. Oh, hello. Oh, this is fun. Oh, that's bad. It's all gone bad. So that was interdiction. And I really cocked it up, actually. But for some reason, I didn't get interdicted. So that was nice. I was looking for the ship. There it is, Surveyor's Reach. So the place you need to go to if you're doing the community goal is Surveyor's Reach. That's the second time I've been interdicted in this system, so I don't know whether it's part of the community goal thing. Interdiction is basically another ship trying to snap you out of supercruise. Supercruise is a fast way of travel, but not faster than light. I'm in supercruise now. And they try and get you out of supercruise so that they can beat you up, take your cargo, and basically murderize you, which is fun. I think it's an NPC, so it's a non-player character. But it's the second time it's happened to me on the way back with a almost full load of bromelight. So that's quite cool. And it's bits like that in Elite Dangerous that are just surprising that happen. I was down here. I was going to the Surveyor's Reach, which is this mega ship, yesterday, or today, I think, this morning, and there was a thing that said economical comms. I don't even know what that is. Economical, can't even say it. Religious, isn't it? Communication. So I don't even know what that was, and I didn't stop to have a go at it because I'm trying to do this instead, aren't I? So that was that. Like, you don't have to stop and look at stuff, but you can. And you can land on planets, by the way. I didn't mention that. You can land on planets. You can drive a little buggy around. You have a little buggy in your ship. If your ship is equipped with a little buggy, it's called an SRV or a Scorpion. There's two versions. Scorpion's a bit more tanky, a bit heavier, better in low gravity planets. And the other thing they do is they model the gravity. So, like, literally, they model the gravity of the planets. So if I was to go back to that system map, if we look at that planet, it tells us it's got 2.9 gravity. So that's almost 3 times the gravity of Earth. And you notice it. So when you fly into a planet, if it's a high gravity planet, you can pancake and slap into the ground really hard and squish yourself. If it's a low gravity planet, you notice it most when you're driving around in a buggy, because suddenly you just get launched up into the sky, like Buzz Aldrin jumping around on the moon, which is kind of cool. And same, I guess, if you jump around. Haven't tried it on foot. Need to try it in a low gravity planet. But yeah, maybe I'll do something on foot next time. But the next time I stream, I will have started the Distant Worlds expedition, I think. So there you go. So this is a megaship. You need to ask for landing before you land on anything. So to do that, you need to be below 7 kilometers in distance. You go to your contacts. You click request docking when you're below 7 kilometers. And it will tell you which pad you need to land on. I find this quite difficult on the mega ships. What I do know is all the pads are orientated from the back of the ship forward. What I find hard is finding my pad. think it's that one. Is that a 26 or a 28? Yeah, it's 26. That's a Panther clipper. There. The silly thing. But very good for cargo. I think it takes like 1,000 tons of cargo. There you go. That's a Panther clipper right there. How cool's that? I'll slow down, see if we can get a look at it as we fly past. It looks a little bit Thundercats to me. Like, I get that it's a Panther, but just doesn't quite fit the design of the other ships in Elite Dangerous. The other one that's a bit like that is the Caspian. Now, everyone's raving about the Caspian because it's quite a cool ship for exploration. But it's a bit Star Trek. And to be fair to Elite Dangerous, its design ethos is not Star Trek. And it's not Thundercats. It's entirely its own thing. And I kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. So this is the community goal. The very last thing I just wanted to show you is the community goal. So when you arrive at this system, which is Alray, don't know how you say it, go to the mission board. And I struggle with this because normally those two boxes are there. So you have the mission board and the passenger lounge. And I couldn't work out why the community goal wasn't showing up because everything's greyed out. And I was going up in and clicking on these people and it didn't make any difference. Nothing was showing up. I hadn't noticed that the community goal is that bit above the other two boxes, like a Muppet. If you click on that, you'll be able to sign into the goal. So this page shows you the basics. On the right hand side there it says global progress, so that's all the players contributing to this community goal have contributed 119,788,955 units of what's required. If you use Inara, so that's inara.cz, you can actually type in community goal and you can see what the overall progress is from a website. I will do it on Inara just to see. So we are at 23.86%. If you click on the actual mission on screen, it'll give you a bit more information. So Distant Worlds 3, blah, 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 tells you what to do, tells you how much commodity you've contributed, whether you've signed up or not, and all the rest of it. So that's how you do that. When you've got your commodity, whatever your commodity is, and it doesn't have to be mining, you can do trade. I guess you could do piracy and steal somebody's cargo. It's not just Bromolite thereafter, there's something else as well. I'll have a look in a minute and see what it is. But you come to the commodity market, you sell it, and you can see you get quite a lot of cash. You're getting 305,000 credits per unit. So that has now put me at stupid money for me in this game. That's put me at 561,321,251 credits. If I've got my numbers right, and I'm a bit dumb with numbers because I'm numerically dyslexic, so I get millions and thousands very mixed up. So what was I going to do? Oh yeah, so the other materials thereafter, Bromolite, power generators or thermal cooling units at Surveyor's Reach commodity market in the Alray system. So you go anywhere to get them, I guess. There you go. I was desperately trying to make it to tier C, the top 75%. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't understand the tier thing. I thought all I had to do was contribute enough to do the tier thing. To get to tier, my understanding was from Inara, to get to the bit where you go up a notch in terms of reward at the end of the community goal, you have to get to 2,137, I think, or 2,300 contributions. And I'm going to struggle to do it doing this, maybe. So there we go. I don't know whether anyone's going to watch this. If you do, great. Thank you very much. If you can tell me how to improve, I'd really appreciate that. I am still having a lot of technical problems, as you can tell. I don't really understand what I'm doing, and I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn fast, but I am struggling. At least I got a microphone to work, so I've done good on that because that wasn't working. So I've done that. Oh, the other. Oh no, I can't do it. the other thing I was going to show you was ships, but I can't do it from here because there's no shipyard. So there we go. That is the end of that. As I say, I've reshot this purely because of messing it up on Saturday. I tried really hard. I did test stuff, but it just did not work. So whatever happened on Saturday, I don't know. It messed up. The live stream would not go out properly for whatever reason. I couldn't get the mics to work, and I'm really sorry. At the end, I did realise, and I did finally get a microphone to work, and that was that. But it was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? So hopefully the audio quality is better on this mic. If it is, I will use this mic in future. And the other thing, I suppose, to say thank you very much. If you do drop in and have a look, please drop a like if you can. I know everybody says that. Don't expect subscriptions. Who would subscribe to this rubbish? But if you want to drop a like, that would be most appreciated. I'm just grateful if someone watches it. If you found any use in it, that's even better. Thank you so much. I don't know how to stop it now, of course, because this is new, isn't it? I've not done it on here before. Oh, there you go. There's a button. Stop streaming. So I'm going to stop streaming. Thank you very much for joining me. Peace wherever you are in the world. I hope you're safe. And you know, just stay safe. And I wish everyone peace. Take care.